The very best barbecue requires time and patience. That's why the owner and pitmaster of the LA restaurant Slab spent a decade perfecting his smoking technique in his Studio City backyard. I caught up with Chef Burt Bakman in the LA Times kitchen, where he showed us how he's making Texas barbecue a SoCal staple. Chef Burt, you have to explain to me how a nice Israeli man like you ended up obsessed with Texas barbecue.
Well, you know, it was coincidental. I've always cooked. I've always enjoyed eating with my friends. Then one day, I found myself in Texas for this real estate conference, which was a career I had before this whole circus I got into. And of course, I went to have some barbecue. I tasted the smoke. I tasted this new flavor profile that was amazing. And I thought, okay, I'm gonna bring it back to LA with me. And I just kept eating it one place to another, one place to another, and I just fell into it.
I don't know how many people know it, but Texas barbecue masters are actual celebrities in that state.
They absolutely are. They're treasures.
Give us some of the lessons you learned from
Yes.
the masters of Texas.
The first thing I learned from them is that you fail forward. So they're always learning. You see that it's a relationship that you form with the product and with the fire, you know? So you have to be able to dance with the fire, control the temperature, know your heat spots. You don't just throw a rack of ribs on fire. There's so much that goes into it. And just like anything else, you have to put an effort and work on it and, you know, put in your 10,000 hours, like they say.
Does all great barbecue start with a dry rub or not?
I would say it starts first with good quality beef. The rub is often argued and debated. I like salt and pepper.
But you did bring some dry rub for us to use today to
That's right.
season up some
That's
pork
right.
ribs.
So we have baby back ribs over here, which are very, very popular. Everybody, of course, loves them. And they're great. They take about 4 hours to cook, to smoke them. You know, when you cook them, you know, look how soft, how they fold like this. As you cook them, they'll tighten up. They'll be more and more stiff. And then when they're done, they'll start to relax again. So really, when you want to check them, you don't check them by temperature. You just grab them and you see how they fold, how they bend, how the meat will crack a little bit.
How much seasoning are we going to use?
So seasoning up is also a point that people argue and will debate. But what I do advise to do is to always season the bottom first, and then you season the top, because the top is going to be the visible area that your guests and yourself will see.
The vanity side.
The vanity side, exactly.
All right, we're going to cook these in a little bit. Right
Yeah.
now, what I want you to do is show us what you're going to make for the LA Times Food Bowl. First of all, how big of a deal is this to participate?
You know, it's a great honor. It's a great honor. I used to go to these events as a food lover, as an Angelino. It was always great. Never thought that I would actually be participating in these, doing my demos and all of that. So it's really fantastic. And also for me, it's great to see so many friends that we're all there to have a good time, get together. Because for me, that's what the barbecue spirit is really all about.
All right, let's move this over here so you can show us what you're going to be serving at the night market.
You know, we wanted to make something a little different. I recently went to Philadelphia. Of course, I went and had some Philly cheesesteak sandwiches. And I thought, you know what? It just makes sense to make a Texas version of that. So we're calling it a Texas cheesesteak sandwich.
Well, let's load one up. You've already incorporated the smoked brisket in?
Yeah, so I
Okay.
just heated some up. Let's see, we have this beautiful bun. Oh my God.
Perfect size too for the food bowl, right?
Perfect size. And we're using these onions. These onions were braised in Calidad beer.
Just white onion.
Just white onion, just white onion. And here is some of this brisket that we have here. Oh, I gotta tell you, it smells great, it looks great. And then, of course, wow, you know, you gotta have the cheese. And then we top it off with some of our rub. And I think maybe we'll actually add something else to it at the day of the event. So this is the first time I see it. Honestly, I've never seen it before. So if we see it, it becomes a big thing. We know it started right here.
All right, this is it, the inaugural tasting of the Texas cheesesteak sandwich. Let's do it.
Some people in Philadelphia are not going to be happy, but this is a tribute to them. No, come on. Not bad, right? Come on. And you know, like any good sandwich, the bread makes it.
I think the meat and the cheese have something to do with it too.
It's like hugs and kisses.
This is delicious.
It really is great, huh?
It is the perfect little bite for the LA Times Food Bowl night market. Thank you.
My pleasure. Cheers.
If you'd like to try Burt Bakman's signature barbecue, check out the LA Times Food Bowl night market event this weekend. Scan the QR code below to get your tickets.